So today we're starting with a joke that my third grader Eli wanted to share with you. Why don't you teach a dinosaur 4 plus 4? Because you might get 8. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of math humor before we begin our next lesson. Still solving by substitution, but this time we're going to look and see what happens when we get a special solution. So if you remember our first lesson on graphing, we saw two lines that would intersect and we would get one solution where they meet. But we also saw when we got two lines that landed on top of each other, which gave us many solutions. And we also saw when two lines were parallel, which gave us no solution. We haven't seen that so far with our solving by substitution. We've always gotten one solution. So we're going to take a look at what happens when we get a special solution. Solving is the same process. Find one variable all alone on one side of the equal sign. In this case, we've got our y equals. So we're going to replace y with what y is equal to. Rewriting that second equation, 4x minus 2. When we get to that y, we are going to change y to what y was equal to in that first equation, which was 2x minus 8. And then we'll finish off our equation with an equals 16. Solving this one, we've got our distributive property. We're going to multiply everything by -2. It's very important that you keep track of those negative signs. Bringing down that 4x, -2 times +2 gives me another 4x, and -2 times -8 gives me a +16, still equals 16. We like to combine our like terms or simplify each side of the equal sign before we start moving things. So I notice I have a 4x minus 4x. Well, if I have 4x's and I take away 4x's, I have no x's left. I'm not going to write 0x because I don't have any x's, so I'm not going to write the x at all. Hopefully you remember from when we've seen special solutions before. We've seen them with solving equations, and we saw them with solving inequalities. These special solutions occur when the variable disappears. It goes away. It is no more. And then what you do is you ask yourself, is it true? So I've got 16 equals 16, which of course is true. So what this means is that graphically, these lines would land on top of each other. They are the same line. So this is when we would have many or infinite solutions. Getting a special solution from a system is super nice because look at how quick that was. We're already done with the first problem. There's no variables to solve. I don't have to go back and figure out what that second variable is. I get to just move on to the next problem. All right, this time we have x all alone on one side of the equal sign. So which variable will I box in the second equation? Hopefully you all came up with x. We are going to box the same variable in that second equation, and we're going to replace x in that second equation with what x was equal to in the first equation. So we've got 2 times that quantity 6y minus 2, finishing off that second equation minus 12y equals 8. Similar to our first equation, we're going to distribute that 2. 2 times 6y gives me 12y. 2 times 2 gives me 4. We still have that minus 12y. The second 12y was not in parentheses, so I don't distribute the 2 to it. And then equals 8. Combining my like terms. Again, my variables are canceling each other out. That tells me I am going to have a special solution. This time I end up with -4 equals 8. Well, of course, this is not true or false. Therefore, this system has no solution. These would be parallel lines. They would not intersect if we graphed them on our coordinate plane. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this nice quick lesson. I will say on your assignment, they are not all special solutions. You will have some practice problems where you do get one solution, and it will take a little bit more time than these special solutions. You do have a quiz tomorrow. I did post an optional review. You do have your regular assignment for today, so the review is not mandatory. but I did post the review and the answer key to help you prepare for that quiz tomorrow. It's going to be a short quiz, just 5 questions. And as always, let me know if you have any questions so I can help you get ready for that.